G'day, I'm Blxz and welcome back to Geneforge 5. I forgot what game we were playing for a second. Anyway, I have taken a bit of time and reconciled myself with the fact that I am a monster. So with that, I think we can just move on. We'll never forget what happened. Never forget. I'll probably remind ourselves by doing it a few more times in the future. But yes, I think I am officially a monster now. Those poor serviles. Well, should have worked. Let's see what I can do here. What's the code? I think is it mental? There we go. I've got to remember all my shortcut keys. Yeah, a little bit here. What do we got there? This book has been left out in the old storeroom and forgotten. It's covered with dust. You flip through it. Mostly describes techniques for purifying base metals, but one section is of interest. Once steel is purified and infused with essence, it can be used to reinforce a piece of armor that has already been enchanted. Greaves and gauntlets are best for this sort of treatment. This reinforcing increases the enchantment already on the item. Once such a piece of armor has been repeatedly improved, however, the steel will no longer be of use. One piece of armor can only hold so much raw magic. That is the essence infused iron, and they did mention gauntlets, so I assume that means I can throw one of these two things on. So I could go the battle magic one, or the magic one, and I might be able to get up to 4 or 5 or whatever. 5 would be huge. But I'd be able to get that at the expense of perhaps the creation stuff down here, and vice versa. I suspect, anyway. This heavy hardwood box is covered with dust and carved with a symbol of the Shapers. Looks like it's been forgotten back here for a while. You open it and find something wrapped in a sheet of leather. It's a ring of metal, like steel, but slightly warm to the touch. And we've got ourselves some more pure steel. What do I do with pure steel again? In previous games they could turn it into canisters and whatnot. But I think I've forgotten what they do with it in this game, or I haven't encountered it or something like that. Nothing much happening down here. Caustic vats, stay clear. Okay. What do we got in here? We have nothing spectacular. Workshop researcher. Ooh, okay, what do we got back here? You enter a hall in the northern building. It's a peculiar workshop. It looks like it's for mixing of different reagents, probably to make the substances that Shapers will use to make essence. The goop isn't mixed from a safe distance. Instead, the alchemist stands in the centre of the room, or right in the middle of it. An odd device projects a magical protective field, shielding the worker from the acidic gases. Whoever works here has to rely on the protective shield staying intact. It's obviously horribly dangerous work, but the Shapers require it, so it must be done. Probably dangerous for me to walk in here, but we'll have a chat to Platino anyway. The head alchemist of the Purity Workshop stands on the platform, surrounded by a glowing protective nimbus. It shields him from the harsh atmosphere. His skin is unblemished, and his clothes are clean. He was directing the flow of substances from one vat to another with gestures of his hands. Somehow the pipes and valves respond to his directions. When you get close, he ceases his efforts and looks down at you. A visitor. Interesting, though not entirely unexpected. I am Platino, assistant to Sage Tegan. What do you want to know? Be quick. My current task will grow very volatile if left unattended. Tell me about the workshop. We create the materials that Sage Tegan requires for his great work. It's difficult and dangerous, but we have an unbroken record of providing everything he needs, by the deadlines he gives. It is his great work. You'll have to hear about it from his lips. His secret must be kept from the rebels. You know about it when he thinks you should know. But trust me, Sage Tegan is the one Shaper who knows how this war can be won. It's an honor to serve him. What sort of materials does he need? Of course, I'm not allowed to say specifics. A spy might be able to use them to determine what Sage Tegan is trying to do. Suffice it to say that many things are required for Shaper research to take place. Are you in danger? This shield around me protects me from acid and gas. It will not protect me from fire or shrapnel. One misstep and I will join all the serviles and outsiders who've been lost here in the last few years. That will be useful if I ever need to kill him. I think I will actually record that. Fire and shrapnel, so physical and fire. I have another question. Platno watches you calmly. Occasionally one of the vats near him starts to smoke or hiss. He calms it with a motion of his fingers. More talk? Oh, what is it now? You assist Sage Tegan. That is my honour. I was never able to become a Shaper, but I am overjoyed that he allows me to help him with his great work. I can be loyal and increase the honour of the Outsiders at the same time. The honour of Outsiders? The Shapers have done countless things for our Outsiders. They have made a marvellous world for us. To maintain our honour, we must do all we can to pay back the debt we have incurred. Do the Serviles here feel the same way? They serve. They are made to serve. It is what they owe to the Shapers in return for their being created in the first place. The debt of creations to their creators must be paid. Of course I feel for them. The life of a Servile here is not pleasant, or long, but that is a price that must be paid to make a distant future of peace for Shapers, Outsiders, and creations. I have some scrolls for you. Platno calls from an assistant who comes to collect the scrolls. You're given a leather satchel. It contains 2 pods and 2 crystals. Thank you for the delivery. I am sure the Commander Pritz would want you rewarded in a way that shows what generous employers we can be. Can I get some supplies or training? And not here, not what we do. We'll return to the Zephyr Oasis. They can help you there. I've been sent by Raoul. You are not going to die. I don't think that would be counterproductive at this point in time, I think. Especially Raoul. I don't like Raoul. He's going to be the death of us all, I reckon. So that's all I need to know. Platno nods and without another word returns to work. Interesting. Okay, well, let's have a poke around. I can't go out there anywhere. It's over here. Probably a dead end. Oh no, it's a back way. Well, we'll head down. We'll do a quick run around the perimeter. And then we'll head off, I think, back to... Ooh, what do we got here? Lum. G'day, Lum. You have very nice quarters in here. Got some food and some bowls. Also a toilet pot. There's a miserable servile sitting in the filthy bedroll at the back of the cell. He's quite young. He doesn't look like he's been working in the Purity Workshop for long. His skin is still relatively unblemished. He puts his hand over his eyes to block out the light.
Me, Lum. Me and Sir. What now? What want?
Why are you in here?
Lum bad. Lum so bad. Lum drop things. They break. Lum punished.
Can you tell me about the workshop?
Lum not know. Not know things. Lum just work. Lum good servile.
Okay, I'll be going now. Lum nods and closes his eyes, conserving his strength. Well, Lum, I will leave the door open for you. Up to you what you make of that. Well, that appears to be the end of it. Okay, that was a... what did I get? What was I rewarded with? Apparently something I already have. Oh no, they've got a Berserker pod. Not hugely useful, but I'll take it. You're all done. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Apparently they're making, I don't know, creations or something over there. Let's head back to the Zephyr Oasis. And probably should have come in from the west. And I'll head up and chat with... what's his name? Pritz up here. See what he has to say. I wonder if I'm going to get any more missions. Probably not. There don't seem to be a lot of missions in this game. Not from one person. They're all spread out. So... They're hiring travel invaders. No tasks to perform. Okay. Does Sage Tegan have any tasks to perform, or am I just going to keep exploring now? I'd like to know more about your laws. You have an idea for how to end the war. Yes, I do. A project, the greatest, most cunning act of shaping ever known. I'd not like to join you. Not just yet. Possibly not ever. Probably likely not ever. At this point, I'm not convinced that you're doing anything. So far, I know nothing about your plans. And I suspect you're not going to be committing, just like all the others. It's like the opposite to Raoul. Raoul in the north doing weird stuff. This guy down here doing weird stuff. Although, to be fair, I suppose that's not very fair to Tegan. He does seem, at the very least, to recognise the problem. It's a bit like Alwyn, who's sort of held up behind the lines. To be fair, Alwyn's actually pushed him back quite a bit. He's nearly driven him out of Western Terrestria, or Southwestern Terrestria. So, who knows? Who knows at this point? Let's have a look at the Pacification Road. What we got? Okay. You hike into the remote depths of the Dera Reaches. This barren expanse is far from any sizable source of water, and it shows. The sun beats down upon you harshly, and dust immediately starts to crust around your nostrils. And yet, there is life, a bold testimonial to the cunning and skill of the Shapers. The trees they've created, part fungus, part cactus, grow all around you. They're parched, scraggly, and covered with thorns, but they live. And rogues live also, created by rebels and sent into the waste. Packs of powerful creations walk up and down the roads looking for prey. They're completely rogue, maddened by thirst, and eager to attack anything they see. They'll all be dead soon, and then, no doubt, a rebel life crafter will slip into the southern shore, make a host of creations, and send them out to fight and die. It's cruel, but that is war. It looks like the Shapers built several pacification pylons to secure the road, but from this distance, it doesn't look like any of them are working. A typical failure for those devices. Without some sort of aid, clearing the rogues on the road will be very, very difficult. I'm concerned about whether I should go through here now. Let's have a quick peek in here. You enter a low building made of rough sandstone blocks. The humble structure contains a set of brand new high-quality Shaper machinery. There is a pair of large crystals, fully charged with power and connected to a device by the back wall. The machine, however, is dormant. The heat and sand has gummed it up, and it sits there uselessly. How many? I've got 6 living tools. I am running out. You open the hatch at the base of the device and look inside. What you see doesn't surprise you. The clockwork gears and crystal that channel power from the crystals inside this building to the conduits outside are gummed up with sand and grit. When it gets too clogged, it shuts down automatically to protect the works. You might be able to clean it out and get power flowing again. It'll only work for a short time though. How short is short? Like how long I'm on the map, or like a minute? Let's get the machine running again. Okay. I don't have enough mechanics. Wow. I've got 11 mechanics, 12, 13, 14, 15 mechanics total. Okay, let's try this again. Get the machine running in. I have 15 mechanics. You just barely have adequate skill and delicacy to clean the device out sufficiently without damaging it. Soon, with a little hum, the device starts power flowing again. However, a bit of dirt has been allowed to get deep into the works, and more of it is accumulating on the gears even as you watch. You suspect that this device will shut down again sometime in the near future. Okay, let's see how long I actually have. Erglak. Well, they're not attacking me. Does that mean they're passive, or are they going to turn on me as soon as I begin attacking here? I got no idea there. Just going to turn that volume down on my end. I don't know if you guys are going to notice much difference, but I did have it up. I was watching YouTube in the interim. There we go, it's a bit better. I'll get that howling wind down. Probably won't make a difference to how the game actually records, and I will probably edit it in post-processing. But it may make this bit a little bit quiet. Oh well. It's no biggie. These guys are... yeah, they're slowing me a little bit. It's a bit of a problem. Doesn't matter, I can kill him pretty easily. Although he's stunned completely. Try and draw them off this way. Okay. And you are still low. There we go. Come on. Should probably put my my good gear back on, actually. Well, it seems that they go passive for a short period of time. I'll just put my gloves back on. The other stuff I'm not going to bother with just yet. It's, what did I have? Well, a spellcraft, that would be useful. And I suppose endurance is actually useful as well. I'll change all over. We got here one of those, the money, which is actually of no use to me again. Okay. I'm not going to leave because that will, I suspect, gum that stuff. Ah, podlings and... not these guys. Can't stand them. Looks like they're attacking me though, so... let's jump in right away and see what we can do. Probably would have been helpful... ooh, level up. Would have been helpful to get a... haste put on, but I missed out. And assault podlings, I think the ones that block haste anyway. We will find out. Didn't kill it in time. Didn't hit anyway. Now these patchwork things are reasonably powerful from what I remember. No, I guess I remembered wrong. Might be powerful if they hit me though. I have to be careful. Throw a haste on. I've got the essence to burn. And yes, so we've lost it all again. In which case, see if we can... we got ya. Good. So I might haste again next turn. And we'll be back up. Ooh. Nah, they're not going to do anything. They're too weak. My war troll is way too powerful. Put another haste on everyone and may as well throw a war blessing on. Doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but like a damage boost, but it'll help a bit, I think. Oh, nice. Got you there. Probably should have hit that guy, but it doesn't matter. And let's go, we'll use this baby. Nice. Here's another one. Beautiful. And just a regular attack, which I missed. Problem solved, there we go. Do we get anything? Skins are useless to me. So is that thing working now? There's enough power to keep spinning, but nothing... oh, okay. So it stopped working already. That was really quick. But I'm actually powerful enough to beat them entirely. Just going to run over this way. Turn those off. Done. Now what do we got in here? Probably another one of those pylon things. Yep. Nothing useful. We'll look around the back here. It's going to be something good out here. Ooh, no. Ghosty things. Shaper and Guardian Ghosts. That could be bad. Thankfully they don't resist anything. So I suspect I can just smash them out very easily. I'll take the Shaper out first. I reckon you're going to be more dangerous. And get you there, and I'm blocked, and hopefully they can't attack me. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Nothing. Nothing at all. What am I going to do? May as well just throw a War Blessing on and keep attacking. Might actually be worthwhile throwing a Regen Aura as well. Okay, it does less damage. Let's move back a bit. I think I will throw a Regen Aura on and keep going for it. Yeah, I wonder what I got here. Looks like we've got Shaper's Boon. It's my current ring. It's Donald's Band. It's Strength and Leadership. Well, that's nice. Strength, so all my creations get a tiny little bit more powerful. Do I need the strength? That's the question. Yes, I do. That's +1 action points. That is bonus to my creations, although it's £6. So I could think about something there. Blasted Greaves give me strength as well, so that'd be a negative if I took them off, I think. Again, that's very, very heavy, but it's +1 action points. I'm loath to put another level into strength, but then that... So what do I get? So by putting this on, I get strength to equip my current equipment, and I get 1 leadership. The melee weapons is entirely useless, so I get 1 leadership. This one gives me plus 5% boost, roughly, probably a bit under that, to all my creations. I honestly think I can use my own points better. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to use it. It's unfortunate because I do like it. It's a very good ring for me, but I need the strength and I'm not going to put the points in. Let's have a look. Yeah, 5 points is not worth it. So, with that, what I'm going to do... Now, I did always want to get these up, but I've got other equipment that'll bring that up. Healing Craft would be good. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Battle Magic again. I keep seesawing on this one, and generally it seesaws that I like it at the time I get a level up, and then I hate it for a while, and then I like it again just in time for another level up. But for the time being, I think I'm going to throw a couple into Healing Craft, because I would like to use Mental I don't need, because I hardly use it. Blessing I don't need anymore. I'll save those 3 points. Now, what that lets me do... Let's try it out now. Oh, what a waste. What an absolute waste. I mean, it probably did help. Maybe. But I feel like I just totally wasted that. Cures harmful effects. Cures harmful effects. So, it should have removed that lightning, but it didn't do anything. Oh well. Actually, how much does it use? 20 essence. I don't imagine I'll be using it very often. I might give it a shot. It's probably a stronger group heal. Wand of Curses, don't care. A bit of money, which I don't really need. A Shaped Lance. Okay. Nothing hugely value back here. Well, that Shaper's Boon might be handy. Maybe, if I decide to do something a bit different in the future. I didn't check how much essence I've got now either. I suspect I've got a fair bit more than what I had. What do we got over here? Nothing. Let's go around. Let's hug the edge. Prefer not to fight too many of them if I can avoid it. Should get you down here and blast away, son. Should have taken out that thing. Doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. Nice. I'm going to get you to... Oh, no! No. That was a misclick. Mitsu, you are going to be possibly taking one for the team. See what happens. Hopefully they all actually do gang up on the water roll, because then I can... Nope, they're coming for me. Okay, let's see what I got here. I have a fire thingy. Nice. And I have a radiant thingy. Weak but acceptable. Another radiant thingy. And let's go purifying rain. How much essence do I have left actually? I have 70. I'm actually going to save my essence for that. Might be useful to heal up a bit more instead, or do what else I need. Oh, I hate that. Gotta kill these podling bastards. Of course now my people are slowed. Which one are you? Nice. Gotcha. 3 out of 5. Possibly 3 out of 6 if I don't move as well. Well, this is actually a good time to end it. It's a little bit boring. The episode's gone on long enough. I'm going to finish up this particularly boring battle, and I'll meet you next episode when I've finished knocking this all off on the head. I've been Blxz. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy the content. And if not, thumbs down button's always been there waiting. Smash that button, but drop a comment and let me know exactly why you don't like it and how I can improve. Anyway, take care, and I will see you next time.